Welcome back to another Dies Irae review. Today is episode 11. I'm Justin,
What is up? I'm Logan.
and together we're Couch Top. As always, we are anime viewers only, so no visual novel experience, and we're gonna discuss the episode and give our scores at the end. You ready to do this?
I'm always ready.
Good. I'm sure the viewers are too. So let's jump into it. So, right off the bat of this episode, we're getting the
It-
doctor that created Ren marrying Kasumi's mother.
right. We
So
get some
building
backstory.
yes, some backstory of a strong connection, and then they're sitting there talking later after they had Kasumi. He's like, a friend of mine died. I have to adopt a kid of his, and lies. He's
Yeah.
creating a kid, and he's like, yeah, we need to take care of him. And she's like, okay. So he brings Ren home to them. So Ren, Kasumi are there, and Shiro's just in the neighborhood, and that's where they all connect.
Right.
How they get fundamentally bonded for the rest of their lives. And right after the opening, let's see, we learn more about Shiro from Mercurius. Right now he's just wandering through some weird area that's actually, we learn, inside Rusalka, because before it goes into them talking, it goes into Rusalka's shadow. So quick, like, hey, this is where it's at in her, kind of a little vibe thing.
Yeah.
And this is where we learn that, like, he can't die, because Mercurius won't allow it.
This is the deja vu.
Yes,
like,
take it into effect.
he says, as long as you feel deja vu, you won't die. I won't let you die. And I'm like,
He's the toy of God, as we've been saying.
yeah.
And this is where we start getting the actual true backstory. Like, Shiro's just supposed to be a regular guy, just a human, but he ended up getting caught between
Right.
Ren and
Kasumi
Kasumi.
and Rin are, like, were specifically put there. Because, like,
Yes.
Rin was made, and then he mentioned.
Yeah, because like he talks about that with Shiro. He's like, they use eugenics for Kasumi, which eugenics is like, the perfect genes, so gene manipulations and stuff like that to actually try to create the perfect human being.
Right.
Um, which is still, I think, somewhat experimented with, just on the ends of removing out like bad genes today, not like trying to make the perfect human, but try to remove the bad genes when you're being born. So, we also learn Shiro killed not just any person with a blade, but Ren's creator, father.
Basically, I guess you could call him his dad. Rin and Kasumi's dad.
Yes, Shiro
Except
killed
one's an actual. One was created. But we did theorize that we're like. Not that Rin was created, but we were like, yeah, Shiro probably killed someone in front of Rin. Which I didn't know it'd be I didn't know it'd be this, but.
and that's where his feeling of deja vu started.
Right.
Is when he killed Ren's father, or creator. Mercurius is kind of like his father, and then like they got this weird little bond thing here, because it is Mercurius's like DNA that was
Right.
used.
It kind of. This whole scene kind of gave more importance to Shiro. Instead of him, just being the random friend that disappeared, came back, and can do stuff. Now we kind of see why. Like,
Yes.
he got connected to them. Well, it's basically just me
Like
curious.
Mercurius is basically using him in the relationship to Ren as Reinhardt is to him,
Right.
to Mercurius. So he's like, well, the only way to get Ren to that point is by having someone push him, kind of like the same way Reinhardt pushed Mercurius or myself to this point. So it's like, I need Ren to have that exact same destruction factor, as he calls it.
Right.
And looking for that unknown conclusion again. Since they all have deja vu and they all want to break out of it. It's the end goal for like
For
I
everyone.
guess the main characters.
It's just this deja vu, which is kind of weird. It's just weird in general.
And that's where we go to Rusalka and Rhea, which this is where Rhea learns Riza's dead. Obviously, she's connected to the swastikas somehow. I don't think we still know
Yeah,
exactly how.
because Rusalka even mentioned, she's like, "Oh, do you feel pregnant?" And you must be thinking like, "Oh, I've never done it. How am I pregnant? Why do I feel like this?" Which that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like, why? Where did this whole pregnancy thing come from?
Didn't it come from Ren raping her when she asked?
Yeah,
So
like it, I feel like there's some backstory we're missing there too, which hopefully they explain it.
yes, and this is where Bay enters, and again, like tied back earlier in the episode where Mercurius was talking about fate, how his prey always gets away, and Shiro gets away from Bay, and he's like, Rusalka, I don't think you killed him. And she's like, what? He's like, don't you feel weird? She's like, no. And then, bam, a hand comes out, and Shiro's having birth. Not Rusalka's having birth.
Yeah,
With Shiro.
I did not expect this at all. Like Shiro just basically, it's like from the movie Alien, where they get inside you and they pop out. It was like that.
Exactly like that. Basically, I would have been so confused about what was going on slightly, but there was this in the forums. This guy was basically he broke it down saying Shiro intentionally let himself be swallowed because his like soul is strong enough it can exist still in that realm, and then that's the only way for him to get a holy relic is to go inside Rusalka and steal it because she has the weakest bond out of all the other members to her relic.
Okay.
Of course, we would never pick up on that
Right.
because that's never explained anywhere.
Yeah. From anime only perspective, it's just like, oh, she absorbed him, and then later he just bust on out. It's like, okay, wait, what happened to his chick friend? She didn't come busting out. Is she
You're right. She got swallowed too. Maybe she didn't have a strong soul, so she's or deja vu. So she's
Is she dead? Is she gonna come
she
back
must have
later?
sacrificed herself without realizing it. She's like, "Don't worry." When like they said that badass line before getting swallowed, she well, she should have just left earlier, I guess. Shiro's like, "I got you, babe."
Just,
Oh shit, where's she at?
Just kidding.
That never crossed my mind actually. Like I completely forgot about her. But you're right.
She just maybe she'll just come out later. Maybe she's just lacking behind. She'll like slowly crawl out.
She's like, ugh, what am I crawling out of? Just Rusalka's dead corpse on the ground behind her.
Oh jeez.
So Shiro and Bay start to fight. We don't really get to see too much of
This
his
anime
new
loves
relic powers for Shiro, really.
Yeah, this anime loves the color red.
It's all about death
True.
and
I guess it
blood.
represents blood.
And this is where Schreiber.
Knock
So-
knock, another Reinhardt henchman or upper tier henchman comes busting
Yes.
in.
He's just a crazy nut.
Yeah.
And
First of all, his skull thing looks pretty cool. I will say
yes,
that.
it does.
It's like it looks like a dinosaur kind of. But yeah, he's crazy.
He's
They're all
just
crazy,
flat out
dude.
crazy.
You gotta be crazy. If-
Rusalka's like, I love you. And he's like, I love you too. Crushes her. It's like, whoa, man, that's you're going a little overboard here.
yeah,
And he's just like squeezing her. She's like, ooh, her face is like so distorted, dude,
Yeah,
from
like,
the pain.
it was. They focused a lot on her face, and it was kind of like, ugh, stop. I don't want to see that.
But we gotta go back to Shiro's and Bay's, I guess, fight. I mean, they're like fighting, but it's never like they never like truly fight. Really, it's just them throwing some animations at each other, dodging, and then like it gets interrupted
Right.
by Strider again.
Yeah. Also, a little
Shri-
girl came out of Bay's
Yes, his back.
back. Which
Helga.
his sister mother, or whatever the fuck he said.
I don't know what that means. His sister mother. This is like one of those, like, country like, prejudice like talks where like my mother's sister.
I feel like I don't. They kind of just pulled that out, and I don't know
Yeah.
why. Because 10 seconds later, he gets crushed.
Yeah, and when he's dying, he gets another flashback of a different girl,
Right.
which apparently, from what I saw in the forums, that's from a spin-off of the series, I guess. It's like an ex-lover of his or something like that, or his wife or something like that.
Like, okay,
I guess.
see,
That's all.
it's very clear that the anime was made for the light novel people. Like, they didn't. They're like, oh, what about the other people who haven't played it? What if they're gonna watch it?
Well, like, from what I've seen also, it's like, it's more than just a visual novel. Like, apparently there's some, like, other spin-offs and stuff that they're taken from as well.
wait, did I
and are
say
part of
light
the-
novel? Because I meant
You
visual
did.
novel.
Yeah, we know what you meant. We got you. But yeah, they definitely did, because, like, and spin-offs and everything. So it's, even if you just went through the normal visual novel, I think you would miss some stuff.
Yeah, like, I feel I've never played the visual novel, but from what I've seen, I feel like the anime has not done it justice. Because I see
That's what
people,
everyone's saying.
a lot of people are like, the visual novel's dope, but like, just a personal experience, if I were to watch this and then someone's like, you should play the visual novel, I'd be like, well, after seeing the anime, I don't know if I want to. Which is kind of just shitty in general. But they definitely kind of dropped the ball when it came to adapting the visual novel into an anime.
Yeah. And then, so anyway, Strider kills Bay, and then he's like, "Whoa, I can't believe Bay lost." And Shiro's just like, "You killed him."
Yeah, like...
Like this guy is just crazy. And he's like, "I'm gonna have to get revenge for Rusalka too."
Yeah, that's-
Did you do this to her? And he's like, and then she started talking. I thought she was dead. He's like, "Well, I'll get revenge after she's dead."
Right.
And then starts smashing her face in. I was like,
Earlier, he wanted to give him an excuse to get revenge for a lover. So he's gonna kill the lover himself, and then... I'm like, dude, you're fucking nuts.
like, why would you want to be an LDO member? Your higher ups are fucking nut jobs that'll just kill you for fun.
For real, everyone's an asshole towards each other. Why would... Like, okay, I get you get a wish, but look, if you're weak, you ain't getting your damn wish. Your ass is gonna be at the bottom of
The problem is, the top three already got their wishes, and they're like, I want to be immortal. And then they're down here just crushing you before you can get your wish.
Yeah, they're just being dicks. But, yeah,
It's like-
I mean, that's the end. Shio just, like... He's just like, fuck
He
this.
just-
And
he dips.
he
He's
walks
like, "All right."
away.
Another plus episode where little to no Ren. But this time, like, there was legitimately zero Ren and Marie. Like, which is kind of crazy coming from, like, this is, like, the actual, like, last airing episode or whatever before
At least,
all the rest.
well, at least current Ren. Because there was
Yeah.
past Ren, but
This-
that doesn't count.
Yeah, that doesn't count at all. Same with Kasumi. And then, what next we're getting, I think it's like, somebody said it's going to be on Amazon, is where the last of the episodes are.
Right. Maybe? I don't know.
Which-
I don't know why I said right. I have no idea.
That's what somebody said, and he said Amazon Prime, which is wrong. It would be the Amazon anime thing that
Anime
doesn't
Strike.
come with Prime for yeah, whatever the fuck it's called, Strike. Which doesn't come with Prime for some dumb reason.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be on a website that we can see. Because, wait, this was the last?
yeah,
Oh, wait.
yeah, this was the last, like, airing one.
That's so weird.
Because they had 0, these 11, and then the rest, is this, I'm pretty sure
This is
yeah,
11.
'cause that's what everyone was saying. And the rest are going to be somewhere else, like on Amazon
That's so
or whatever.
strange. But
I don't know why Amazon Strike got picked of all places,
because if
but
Amazon wants it, they get it.
I guess yeah, but I don't think they reached out. I think if anything, they're like, hey, can we put this on Strike? They're like, sure.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's so weird
I
that
still
this
think that's
is
really odd that they did that.
the last airing episode, and now it's like, well, go find the others.
Because apparently, like, it's not like Amazon isn't still like huge in Japan or whatever. From what I've seen, I guess a lot of
Well, I
Japanese
don't even
viewers were
think
kind of upset with that.
I don't think
But
anime strike is huge here either. There's like
no, it's not
Funimation.
huge anywhere.
Exactly, because there's Funimation and Crunchyroll that are like the powerhouses, I'd say.
And then if there's Netflix even has already a decent there,
Oh yeah,
but the problem is
Netflix.
Strike doesn't come with Prime.
Yeah,
So like,
which is a issue.
I think that's what hurts it more than
exactly because
I think I would use it if it came with Prime.
right, because I already have
TV
Prime.
does.
Like I already have Prime. Why would I pay?
Exactly, the TV does, but this is a different topic. We're going off
Yeah,
here.
okay. Back to the episode.
Back to the anime.
Reel it
We
in.
talked about how it ends. Go to scores?
Yeah, let's just go to scores.
You want me to go first?
If you want,
I'm just gonna.
I think I was gonna give a
I'm
flat
talking
5.
5. That's. I was thinking between a 5 and like maybe a 4.5, but 5. Like, here's why. Like, I think it's just an average episode. There's some good stuff in there with the explanations with like Shiro and Mercurius. I thought was a good exchange.
Right.
Like the first half of the episode, I felt like was on the better.
The first
part of
half
it, and
was
the
like
last half,
exposition. Second half was just fighting.
yeah. Again, it's this weird pacing thing they have. Like, it's not a consistent pacing all the way through. Schreiber's just a crazy nut job. We don't really got any information why he's just going around killing teammates for fun.
Right. I feel like I lack an understanding of like the LDO.
Most characters besides K.
Right. Like just the LDO in general minus K. It's just like, why are you? If you all like love Reinhardt and want your wish, why don't you just all get it? Is there like a limit to wishes or something? Because they can obviously kill as many souls as they need to. They destroy everybody. Like, I don't know. And there's always team killing. Like last episode, I forgot her name. Crazy scar on the face chick killed Riza. This episode, Schreiber kills Rasulka. Like the upper LDO is just dicks.
True. And then, honestly, if I did not read a few things, I would have not understood the whole Shiro coming out of Rasulka. That would have just been... That was just odd in general, even understanding it.
Yeah, it's very odd.
And she was still alive with a man coming out of her... a full-grown ass man coming out. And then she's being tortured and still just alive. Like, she's not like one of the immortal ones higher ups yet. Like, they can still die. And
it's just so...
I guess she regenerates as quickly as Shiro came out of her belly.
It's just so wild.
The whole Rhea thing is super confusing still right now too, also.
Yeah, there's some loose ends that need to be tied up.
Yes, and then I've kind of found the fight lackluster between Shiro and Bay
Right,
as well.
and I also feel like, how is Rin gonna even get remotely... I brought this up before, but how is...
Well, we're never gonna know because he's still knocked out somewhere.
Right, but how is he gonna get even remotely close to these power levels of anyone else in the show?
He's gonna have to go murder a lot. He's gonna be like, I'll be back, Japan. I'm going to U.S., kill a whole bunch of people there, and then I'm coming back.
Like, he'd even beat K. And K is like...
It's probably the weakest.
Yeah, one of the weakest in the LDO. The higher-ups are in a tier way above the lower tier. And then
Reinhardt is like another 3 tiers above them.
Exactly, like, I don't...
And then you got Mercurius, who's even higher.
it's so crazy.
He probably doesn't have to fight, but still.
Maybe Mercurius will step in and be like, alright, I'm gonna buff you a bit, dude.
I'm gonna give you deja vu now.
But, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Why doesn't he give Ren deja vu?
I I I don't know. Maybe
Whatever.
maybe I don't know. I don't know.
He had one
Don't
limit.
bring up more.
It was just Shiro, but I guess maybe we'll find out in these. What is it? 6 episodes that are left? Yeah.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, 6. So yeah, I guess that does it overall then, huh?
That's it. You wanna give us a spiel?
Yes. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell down below if you want to be notified every time we upload, and share. All that truly helps a lot. Um, Comment down below. Let us know what you thought about the episode, what you didn't like. Maybe there was something we missed that you want to point out. Obviously, there's a lot of you guys that give a lot of in-depth explanations that truly help.
It does.
And I probably would have gave up on the show if it wasn't for you guys, to be honest. Uh,
That's it.
it actually does make it better. So continue to do what you guys have been doing. It's been awesome. So until next time, peace out.
See ya.